I love you.
I am fully open and present in the moment to receive any guidance that speaks to my soul. I will be honest and authentic with myself, facing the truth that my body, my intuition, is guiding me as either confirmation or a nudge for healing. I am prepared to wholeheartedly start or continue on my journey to self discovery and healing. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sacred Knots. It's Michelle here, and I have another reading for you. Today's reading, we're going to be looking at whether you should take back your person or not. Now, this video is for those of you who have ended a relationship or someone broke up with you, but now they want to come back, or now you want them back, right? So we're going to see if it makes sense, right, to take them back or to go back to them, and what needs to be done. Okay, so we're going to be asking the universe source what to do in this situation. We have three options here to choose from. Option one is the rough selenite palm stone. Option two is the selenite wand, very small one. And option three is the smooth selenite palm stone. Once again, this is option one, this is option two, and this is option three. Now you can pause the video, choose a stone, let's get to it. Hello, option one. For those of you who selected the rough selenite palm stone, here's your reading. So let's put this here. Right, so we're going to see if it makes sense for you to go back to your person, right? Now we need to factor in, right, if this relationship was a lesson, right, or if it is something that was not given a chance, a proper chance to survive. Like no one wanted to make the effort. No one was willing to compromise, right? So let's see exactly what's going on here. Should option one, universe source, go back to their person? Okay, so we have here Six of Pentacles, which is quite interesting. Right. So for me, this just screams, meet me halfway. So it's looking into whether you were the person that was giving more to the connection or if it was the other person giving more to the connection. There is a need for a compromise, meeting in the middle. Now this means that you shouldn't lose sight of who you are or have that person lose sight of who they are. There really needs to be a sense of individuality, right? Being a whole being or person and entering into the connection. So two whole individuals entering into the connection and having new and wonderful experiences together, right? So you're not losing yourself, you're just growing and excelling, right? But there's a sense of a need to compromise or meet each other halfway. And it's also telling me that if you should take this person back, there has to be some changes, right? Some changes on both sides. So you're going to have to make some changes and adjustments, and your person as well. That should be a requirement. Okay, we have the King of Cups. Oh, that's sweet. So it's also being open emotionally, like being able to express how you feel about your person and vice versa. The King of Cups, yes, is a very nurturing and caring and loving person, but they tend to not express that easily, right? It's there, they feel, but sometimes they don't like to talk about it. So it's actually doing more of that, and it's saying that you could do it and your person should do it as well. It's very reassuring in the relationship to know that you're both on the same page emotionally, right? It can be embarrassing at times as well to say the I love you or express how you feel about a person. But if you really do feel that way, it's nice to let them know, right? King of Swords, yes, this is all about communication as well. However, the King of Swords is a very silent person. So this is screaming, learning how to communicate or express your feelings to your person and vice versa. There's a strong need to have that form of communication, heartful communication, right? Heartfelt communication and speaking from the heart. There's no need to be cold. Like if your person isn't saying anything, instead of like bottling it up and then it becomes like something serious like resentment, this is you expressing yourself, how you feel about them not, I guess, saying that they love you or certain things, other issues within the relationship. There's a strong need to have open and honest communication. And with the King of Swords as well, especially it being a swords card, it's all about authenticity. So speaking your truth, right? So it's not any tit for tat type of communication. This is you just being upfront, laying your cards on the table and saying, look, this is exactly how I'm feeling. This is what is going on. We need to talk. What's going on here? Or where do we go from here? But it needs to be from the heart and with a bit of compassion as well. So not necessarily harsh like with the King of Swords energy where you just go in with full force. This is saying to, you can bring up or open the conversation in a very compassionate way, in a loving way. Like, honey, we need to talk. I was just wondering how you feel about, and then you fill in the blanks, right? But it's really screaming that communication may have been an issue in your relationship, and also again expressing how you are feeling. And I'm really getting a strong vibe here of feeling embarrassed to be vulnerable and open. Bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. Once you are more balanced in this area, that's when you both can actually nurture the relationship and actually run with it and actually have it grow and develop into something wonderful with the Empress. That's a relationship that is very together, very ripe. It's like endless possibilities here, room for major growth, right? So this will more likely be like a yes, but in most cases I would say with the Six of Pentacles, a maybe. It's up to you, but there has to be these changes. You have to look into proper communication and being open and honest about your feelings, right? Could be a pregnancy as well with the Empress popping up. I'm also getting with the Empress worth, right? So it's like your words need to hold weight. And I totally understand this with some relationships where you kind of say things to please the person, or it's not very deep communication or conversations that you have with your person. So it's like it doesn't have much substance. This is speaking about things that matter, things that have meaning, things that can enrich your relationship. Again, not bottling it up or hiding away from it. This is just, again, putting it out there and seeing where you both stand, right, on the matter. We do have a baby, and that was the Empress card. So there could be children involved, or it could have been a conversation where children came up, and that might be a very triggering topic, right, for both of you. So one person may want and the other person may not be ready. But again, it's all about meeting each other halfway. So with any situation like that, and if you are facing this, the best way to approach it is asking the person, do they want children overall? You may be in the place where you want to have children like next year, and your person might not be able to see it like that. Now, it's for you to say, do you want children overall? Right? Now, if the answer is yes, of course, don't put a time limit on that unless you're in a situation where your biological clock is ticking, right? Now, and I wouldn't even put pressure on it either in that sense, but it's having that talk where you would say, okay, we both want children, yes, in the future. Then you have that discussion as to roughly what do we need to do? What do we need to accomplish in our lives before we embark on that path? So you find out what your person wants to do. What it could be, well, I want to excel in my career first, or I want to be able to have a house, or whatever. It's just finding out what they want to achieve before they embark on becoming parents, and also looking into that for yourself as well. Now, if you do have the issue with the body clock ticking, that's when you're going to have to speak to your person and let them know that that is actually a concern of yours. So it could be where you both will attend a doctor's appointment and that have them hear exactly the time limit as to when it may not be suitable for you guys to have children anymore, etc. It's just being open and honest and on the same page with your person. Very nice. We have here the Queen of Wands. So for some of you, you are very independent, right? And that can be an issue in the relationship where you're not allowing your person to be in that masculine energy, the carer, the provider, that energy where they're supporting you and protecting you. Now, you can be an independent person, right? Where you have your own career, you have your own bank account, you're doing your own thing. But of course, allow the person the space to show you that they are here to care for you and to protect you. Allow them that space to feel like they're doing something that is enriching your life, to feel like they are needed. Okay? So you still can be doing your own thing. But of course, sometimes it's nice to fall into that energy where you have people do things for you. Okay? Being pampered. So think about it this way. You go to a spa. You go to a spa to be pampered. Imagine if you went to the spa and then, of course, the person giving you your treatment says, well, here are the products and you're on your own. Right? I'm going to go for a coffee break. Call me when you've done. Okay. So we do have 6 of Swords. Right. And then we have the 10 of Swords. For those of you, again, with that situation where you are very, very independent and it's actually not allowing the person the space to, again, express themselves or even to be in that provider, that protector energy, that is why the relationship ended. And it's for you to soften a bit. It's for you to, this is for the feminine, it's for you to soften a bit. It's for you to fall into that goddess energy. You don't see goddesses doing everything, right? They're not doing no heavy lifting. They got people to do that, men to do that, right? So being in the goddess energy where, yes, you can do for yourself, but if someone is willing to do something for you, you allow them to do it. It's also giving me, especially with the Queen of Wands, sometimes we can be in that energy again where we feel that we don't need to express how we feel. It's almost like if I express that I love this person, then it's showing us it's a sign of weakness. It is not. Feelings of love is one of the greatest and most powerful gifts that you can give a person and that you can experience. So it's giving me a need to soften a bit, and I do feel that it's on both sides as well, because we do have, again, the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. The King of Cups feels more like what both of you need to do. Currently, the energy is holding back, right? Your feelings, not wanting to be vulnerable. Right? And it's saying that no, you need to be more vulnerable. You need to meet each other halfway. You need to start expressing yourself. You need to allow each person to participate in the relationship, play their role in the relationship without losing your individuality. It is very possible and it's very balanced. And what I also noticed here We have the cups card, swords cards, right, in the court cards. Now that's emotional body, mental body, and then we have the queen of wands, right, the energy. That is the life force energy. That is the drive. So you have a needing to balance your emotional body, your intuition, your feelings, and the mental body, your mind. With the life force energy, it's all about adding that momentum to it. Okay? Six of Swords, Ten of Swords, moving away from self-sabotaging behaviors. You could have a wonderful relationship. There is always potential, especially if you have true feelings for this person. But it's sometimes people tend to sabotage their relationships because they're in that egoic energy, not wanting to be weak. It is nice when people do things for you. You shouldn't only have people doing things for you when you're paying them. Think about it. I am being pampered, but I'm paying for it. When someone wants to do it out of love, think about that. But there's a really strong need to meet someone halfway. Now we have the Fool on the bottom, right? That's taking a risk or taking a chance at being vulnerable. This is giving me a lot of fear of intimacy, closeness. So then it begs the question, how do you feel about yourself? Because if you have like a wall up, you are not only blocking others, you're blocking yourself from yourself, right? Okay, let's get some guidance. So it's telling me that yes, you can embark on this relationship, right? But both of you have to be open and honest. There is, if you are not open and honest, this is going to happen. It's going to end again. It's just pointless even going there if you're not prepared to make the necessary changes with yourself, or your person is willing to make the necessary changes, right? Now, if your person is the one that wants you back, this should be a conversation that you have. If they're not prepared to do it, then why repeat history again where it's going to end? It's, you just have to look at it that way. There's another scenario here where there is a feminine or a person who's now found their voice, found their power. So before it was always about the person might have been very overbearing, possibly a bit putting you down, and not necessarily being very compassionate and expressing love or expressing themselves. But now you have had a glow up, or you're now empowered and you've moved on, and this is what this has gotten their attention. But if they have come back to you, you're not going to go back to how you were. You are this person now, the Queen of Wands energy, right? You are now an evolved person. So something's got to change. That should be the demand there. Okay, let's see what your guidance is. Root chakra. Beautiful. Conifer trees, they are green all year round. Another name for them is called evergreen, right? And this is showing me getting to the heart of the matter. Card number 7 as well. Number of spirit. Now, this is you connecting to the root cause as to why it didn't work out. So what you contributed and what they contributed, and correcting it. Because with the evergreen, I do see here potential. But it's potential when everything is in alignment, when you are balanced and they are balanced. And in the relationship, you're making the effort. You're having those clear and open communication, honest communication, and being compassionate as well. I'm seeing here getting to the root of the issue, the root cause, but also being grounded, especially with the energies of not wanting to be vulnerable or being fearful of intimacy. There's a sense of now making that effort to commit. So taking that risk to have your heart open to someone. I know it's very hard. That's kind of what relationships are about. A part of it is actually being open and vulnerable, right? And it happens where sometimes it's thrown in your face and your heart can be shattered into pieces and you go inwards. However, you can heal from that and not lose faith in love or people, but you just look for the signs as to who you're dealing with, right? But this is showing me that if you're willing to be in a relationship, that is something that needs to be open and available and expressed. Beautiful. Let's get another card and then we'll close it up. Okay, so we have here the apple. Nice. Card number 33. Master number. Right, master teacher. Share your knowledge. So the apple, it's also a fruit of fertility. So, and it's giving me Empress vibes again. And with share your knowledge, again, not holding on to how you are feeling, right? Or things that you want to express, not holding on to it, letting it out, communicating it. Clear and open communications will allow you to really plant solid roots, right? Planting solid roots that will bear fruit. You see that? So this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And with it being 33 here and 7, I'm getting like a spiritual lesson. So this connection was meant to allow you not only to step into yourself and become empowered, and for some of you a major glow up, but it's now encouraging you to be authentic in your expressions and also expressing your feelings honestly with your person. Okay, being willing to compromise as well, meeting each other halfway and making sure that you do not settle for less than you deserve. So your person has to meet you halfway and do the similar thing as yourself. Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings and mentorships. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 2. For those of you who selected the selenite wand, here's your reading. So we're going to put this over here. Now let's see if you should take this person back. What does Spirit have to say about this? Does this make sense at this time? Option 2. Okay. Should option 2 take their person back? Or should they go back to their person? Okay. We have a few cards here. So we have the Oracle. So this is the High Priestess. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Not listening to your intuition. Okay, 8 of Wands. Definitely a sure sign of not listening to your intuition. 4 of Swords. For you guys, this is telling me that you already know the answer, especially with the High Priestess here. It's almost like you already know that history is going to repeat itself. So it's probably not something that you should even consider doing. Yeah. It's showing me that you already know that when you go back, you're just going to fall back into the same patterns or the same bad habits. And then there's a sense of feeling like isolated in the relationship, or kind of like not necessarily trapped, but it's just feeling alone and longing and wanting something different. It's giving me the energy of being hopeful that things will change, but it won't. This person may sweet talk you back, or you may try to sweet talk them back, but it's still going to remain the same. It's like whatever unhealthy patterns or dynamics your relationship has, it's just something that is very difficult to break away from. Now, with most relationships, especially when we embark on questions like this, right? There is always a possibility that a relationship could work. We're not talking about relationships where there's violence, etc., right? Or abuse, mental, emotional, physical. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the relationships where both parties might not have been making the effort, or it's a one-sided relationship, which it feels like this is. But those types of relationship requires each individual to work on themselves and not bring that baggage back in the connection or in the connection, right? So you have stuff that you need to work through, and they have stuff that they need to work through. Now, once you both have done that and you're in a good space, so you're like a whole individual, you can come back together, two individual whole selves, to embark on a relationship where you're meant to grow, to love and respect each other, to expand and excel in life, right? But this is showing me that you already know exactly what's going to happen, falling right back into the old patterns, right? And it doesn't feel good. There's a lot of loneliness here. Five of Pentacles, all about isolation, right? Starving. And then Four of Swords, just keeping to yourself, feeling alone. This is physically alone and mentally alone, right? And it's going to come in quickly, but you're aware of this. So again, whether you're going to them or they're asking you to come to them, know that this will happen. The patterns won't change. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. It's just disappointment, right? But you know your situation. I would highly suggest looking at the patterns, looking at the dynamics of your relationship. What about the connection made it end? What was the reason why it ended? And why did you put up with it? Or why did I do it and they put up with it? It's like correcting that. Okay, let's get some more cards. Six of Wands. Okay, I'm hearing you're better off. You're better off not embarking on this. That's what I'm seeing here. Six of Wands. It's also another card of recognition. So it's saying that you are aware of this again. It's another clarification on that. Wow, this is just straightforward. Four of Pentacles. Needing something that is more stable. But it's like, with the Six of Wands, it's like giving me, you're better off not embarking on this because you're more stable within yourself, or physically stable. Right? That's what it's giving me. It's good to break away from your comfort zone or old patterns. Distorted patterns I'm hearing. Eight of Cups. Yeah, look. It's saying no. Do not embark on this. Do not embark on this. We do have here with the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups, coming out of your comfort zone. So for some of you where it's ended and it's just not right, I mean, you feel completely alone. Again, physically alone and mentally alone. It is saying, and it's easy to sit in relationships because a relationship like this is better than no relationship at all. Having that mentality is not healthy for you, the soul, right? You did the right thing by leaving, or it was the right thing that this person let you go, because now it allows you to find your own inner stability. We do have here the Three of Wands, and that's all about expansion, right? Now you have the opportunity to embark on the endless possibilities when it comes to relationships or personal goals. That's what this is saying. It's almost like you've gotten out of prison. That is quite interesting. You're going to be much better off and more stable within yourself outside of this. And we do have the Eight of Cups. I mean, this is just screaming that I'm out of here. I'm through with this. That's what this is saying. This card. Two of Cups to something that is much better. And this is also showing me that both of you would be better off not in this dynamic. You will see a positive change, not only for yourself, but for your person as well. And that's healthy, because we don't want to be thinking negatively where we want us to be okay and your person suffering. It's just not right. But both of you felt the same way. That's what it's showing me with the Two of Cups. Both of you were in a similar energy where you felt alone and detached, but you will be better off not embarking on this again for round 2. Tower, because it will just go belly up. You see, it's just, oh my god, guys. Okay, I'm gonna stop. We have the 5 of Cups on the bottom again. Okay, I'm just gonna stop right here. Spirit is pretty much saying no, just please do not do this. Please do not do this. That's what Spirit is saying. And it's kind of forceful of me to even express this. I feel like I'm being forceful, but the cards are saying it here. I mean, we do have the Tower, which that's a major arcana card, and with those cards it's actually long lasting. The length of time is greater than the minor arcana. With the Tower, it's almost like long-term damage. That's what it's showing me, long-term damage. I am not liking the 5 of Pentacles and the Tower. I'm not liking it at all. It's even saying that embarking on this can actually weigh on your health, your physical health. So while you're okay right now, it's just that feeling of apathy and loneliness and just sadness could weigh on you. So that's why it's for your greatest good to not embark on this again. But you know your situation. So it's looking into it, and I would highly suggest, if you are thinking of embarking on the connection, making the necessary changes within yourself and making sure that your person has changed, that you're not entering into the same dynamic. Okay? Because that's not healthy. Okay, there you go. We have here gaslighting. Oh my god, look at that. And you know, with gaslighting, it's like people doing and saying things to get a negative reaction from you, right? So it's to put you in fear or to get you really angry and just lash out so they can say, see, I knew you were violent all along, or they can play the victim to others. But this relationship, it's showing me that there's a lot of triggering on both parts. Both sides, you trigger each other. Now 55, 5 represents change. With it here twice, it's like this really needs to change. Like this whole gaslighting situation or this whole dynamic needs to change. So if you are thinking of going down that path, there's going to have to be some major, significant, epic changes in order for this to even have a glimmer of potential, because you both trigger each other heavily. But again, you are aware of this, you recognize this. Okay. One more card, and then we're done. Okay. So we have here card number 11. That's a master number. It represents the wisdom that you possess. Now we have here the Book of Shadows. Record your experiences. Right? Book of Shadows. So I'm getting like Akashic Records vibes from this, even though I know the Book of Shadows is like the witch's book where they have all their spells and etc. All these wonderful things in there. But record your experiences is remember everything that has happened, that pointing in the direction why this is probably not a good idea. Okay. It's also giving me that some of you may have a journal where you wrote a lot of your experiences and feelings while you were in the connection. So reread that. right? So that you could see exactly where you were emotionally at that time and where you are now, and how important it is to not be in that space again, to grow from that, right? Not wanting to be back there, using the wisdom that you know now about who you are to help you evolve, to have better and meaningful connections moving forward, right? This experience, especially with this Book of Shadows, again, it's giving me Akashic vibes. It almost feels like this was meant to happen because it's teaching you a lesson about yourself, and it falls in line with worth and value, right? How do you value yourself? If you treat yourself in a very disrespectful way, you will be disrespected, or you will disrespect others. It's just looking into that. This is calling for deep healing and reflection, especially with the Six of Wands and the Four of Swords. Taking the time to step into yourself and really review your situation, review you in this connection. What did you contribute to the connection? Okay? Very important here. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings and mentorships. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 3. For those of you who selected the smooth selenite palm stone, here's your reading. I'm going to pop that right there. Let's see what Spirit has to say regarding you either going back to your person or your person taking you back. Okay, does this make sense for option 3? Okay, universal, I have guidance on either option 3. Should go back to their person or taking back. It's taking a while to come out. It's like a maybe. Okay, we got some cards. So we've got energy here of like conflict, tension. So justice. Six of Wands. The High Priestess. And the Hanged Man. So I am getting, hold on a minute. Okay, there was a bit of stalling. Okay, let's get these organized. This is quite interesting. A song that comes to mind, and it's actually a Shaka Khan song, is Never Miss the Water Till the Well is Dry. Right? That seems to be a theme song here, with the hangman saying, hold on a minute. It's saying that you know that you need to kind of wait a bit, delay things a bit. It's giving me an energy of needing to like get comfortable with being single again, or yourself, like feeling yourself again. Getting that with the Six of Wands. It's almost like these two cards together, Six of Wands and the Oracle, is knowing and recognizing that you should wait, you should kind of take your time before you go back into the connection with the person, because there's something about feeling liberated and experiencing the true essence of liberation or singledom at this stage. So it's almost like you'll be able to appreciate the connection more, right? That's for some of you. Once you are single and you may have time to miss the person, or vice versa, they will have the time to miss you, because it does feel like there's going to be a glow up here, right? It does feel like for some of you, you're meant to be dating other people. So you're going to be looking amazing, and you're going to be dating other people. You're going to be in high demand. But more importantly, there's a sense of feeling liberated and proud of it and happy about it. So not necessarily disrespecting yourself, liberating in that sense, no. Not disrespecting yourself, but feeling empowered, right? Feeling and knowing your value, right? Knowing that you don't need a person, you choose to be with a person, right? It's really a lesson here, like you're growing up or growing into yourself. And it doesn't matter your age, because people experience this at different stages, but also at different relationship dynamics. This could even be a long-term relationship, a very long relationship, and sometimes when you are in that liberation stage, you're finding yourself again, right? Things that you either missed out on or you've forgotten about yourself that you enjoy. So it's really giving me, I'm pausing because I need to do me right now. And with the Justice card, it's like it's actually for your benefit. It's almost saying like doing yourself good. This is you being fair to yourself, choosing to be fair to yourself. Now, your person might not be too happy about that. There may be a level of desperation with the Five of Wands here, right? But this feels very personal to me, where this is for you and it came at the right time. So whether you broke up with the person or they broke up with you, there's a strong need to find your feet again, to feel yourself again, feel like you, or really step into having new experiences. And it's very important. So it's really saying that, should you take them back? That's a maybe, but you should wait. And the maybe comes from the Hangman, where you are actually feeling out the situation, meaning you're feeling out yourself before you make that decision. So let's say that you choose to do you, you're going on dates or you're doing fun things and getting really comfortable with yourself. How are you going to feel about going back to that relationship in that new energy, in that new way of thinking and being? It may have changed, right? So it's also showing me that if you do have the strong feelings for the person after all of this and you go back into that relationship, it can be stronger. It can be something that has the potential to be great, grow, right? But it's very important for you right now to do you. That's what I'm getting. Interesting. Again, if your person ended it, it's them actually, like, that's the consequences for your actions. That's the consequences for letting me go, because they're seeing that you're a catch, right? We have here the Fool. Yeah, look at that. Needing to go out there and explore life. It's all about the experiences without putting a label on it. And it is encouraged by your spirit team. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, yes. This is maturing, right? Stepping into your own. This is you, it's a form of your development and learning about yourself. Life experience. And again, it doesn't matter the age. With this Queen of Pentacles, it's all about your skills, right? So this is you developing, whether it be life skills, but more importantly, things about yourself. So it could be where you're embarking on your career, forming your stability, or starting to look after yourself. That could be the glow up there. That's got your person's attention or the attention of others. But this is definitely about becoming solid within the self, realizing that I need to do more for me, pampering myself. It's not necessarily showing me any toxicity in your relationship, whether there might be a bit with the Five of Wands fighting, right? verbal disagreements or competitiveness, outdoing each other. But it feels like I need to really nurture and look after me now. That energy, Two of Wands. Yeah, it's changing course or direction here. It's giving me with this image like you both were at loggerheads. So it's sometimes in relationships you can end up competing with each other, trying to outdo each other. It's almost like seeing your person as the enemy, but not necessarily one that you're meant to destroy. It shouldn't be like that. It doesn't become that nice flow when it comes to a relationship where you have, it's like mutual respect. It should more likely be, okay, well, I'm celebrating your success, or I'm here to care for you, nurture you, protect you, etc., and vice versa. Not, okay, well, I'm going to get the promotion and then you rush to try to get the promotion. It's healthy to a degree, but not in excess, right? But it's feeling like changing course or changing the path or the way that you view things. So we have two cards here, Two of Wands and a Hanged Man, where it's like there's two options or there's two sides of a coin here. And it's like, which one am I going to take? Remain as I am or something new, fresh, right? But it's showing me here that there's a change, a dynamic, a shift that is happening with you, or needs to happen, I should say. Eight of Swords, yeah, feeling trapped or trapping yourself. Knight of Pentacles, another card of development, personal development, right? So it's really feeling like the connection was causing you to lose sight of who you are or lose connection with yourself. Like a disconnection from yourself. Things that you like, things that you don't like. So it could be for some of you where you were always doing things that your person wanted to do. You behaved and lived in a way that your person approved of. So it may not have felt right to you doing it, but because it made them happy, you went along with it. Now with the Knight of Pentacles, for me, that's all about development. So the young knight goes out, travels the world, have various experiences. Long journey. That's like traveling for a year, right? And just soaking up all the experience and knowledge and how he feels about himself and the moments that he's having with others or in wonderful situations. And he's learning from it. He's building character here, right? So with the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, it's like slowly losing yourself and I'm feeling like a glass that has water in it and it's slowly evaporating, right? So that essence of who you are, you're losing, or you're not looking after yourself anymore. So it's important now to give back to yourself. Eight of Swords, needing to be liberated. It's something that takes time. We have the King of Swords. Wow. This is the energy of a domineering person, right? Someone who likes to, this is the guy that would tell you, or the woman that would tell you how to dress. If we're going to be going somewhere, you need to dress this way because my friends or people are going to be around there. Or you need to have your hair done this way. Or that's that type of energy I'm getting from this, where you're not involved in the connection. They're pretty much playing your role and their role. You're just like a vessel for them. So again, needing to go off and find yourself, right? Connect with yourself. There's no feelings really. Yeah, let's see if there's any feelings here. There's absolutely no cup cards here. Wow. I'm gonna pull one more. Oh, two wants to come out. Okay, the Sun. The Sun, yes. And the Ace of Cups, yeah. Yeah. It's like needing to inject joy, like a connection that feels good. This feels like a huge smile, a connection where you feel happy, fulfilled. So it's like finding that within yourself and then seeing if it could fall into place with this person, or if it's meant to be with someone else, then embarking on that path with the Two of Wands. It's trying to figure out if this is something that you could live with for the rest of your life. Could you be in this energy for the rest of your life, right? Because this King of Swords here is just very dry and cold. There's that very detached energy, slightly controlling. But it is saying here, I'm desiring a very light, happy, joyous love. Right now, this could be where for some of you, you do this, you have this period of liberation where you connect or reconnect, I'm hearing, with yourself, have this amazing glow up, and it allows your person to be more warm, to thaw out, right, and be this loving soul. So it varies for everyone, but the key thing here is saying that there's a period again of reconnection to the self, a need for that. So there is no need to rush back in, because you need to experience change, and I'm sure your person needs to experience change. They need to feel, be in their heart, not in their head, right? They're too much in their head. Okay, let's get you. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's two. So we have here crowd surfing. Yes. And for me, with how that card looks, it's like, you know, when you're at a concert, you're being carried by others, but it's the experience. It's like feeling like a surge of excitement and feeling alive, feeling in unison with yourself and just your environment. So it's showing me here that there's a need to not only reconnect to yourself, but connecting with others. There's great wisdom that will be attained when you connect with others. Give yourself time to meet various personalities, and in that you will learn a lot more about yourself and again what you desire from a connection. That's very important. We have 30 reducing to 3, right? So being in alignment, mind, body, and spirit, being totally in alignment, right? Or mental, emotional, and physical body, all being in alignment, right? So we have card number 35 here, open heart. So this is for you and your person. And again, reconnecting with yourself, opening your heart, feeling, right, various emotions with yourself and various experiences that you have in your day-to-day, but for your person to connect with that heart center and not necessarily be all up in the head, right? Be all up in that controlling energy. This is calling for both individuals to be on the same page where you're able to communicate your truest feelings as well. That's what it's calling for. King of Swords communicates. It's a very intelligent person, but they hold back themselves sometimes. So there's a need to communicate your feelings. It's popping up here as well. So to let you know, or both of you doing this, in order to let each other know how you feel, right, about yourself and them. But this is also showing me that there is a slight fear of intimacy on your person's part, or this could be you, the person who is holding back their feelings or just really in their head a lot. There's a fear of intimacy. There is the possibility of experiencing love and expressing love, but they choose not to do that because of disappointing periods or experiences here. But love is there within them, but it's for them to heal whatever they have, the blocks, and be open to experiencing love, being open to taking the risk in a connection, the risk of vulnerability, in that you will have that stable connection that you're seeking, right? With the Four of Pentacles. Okay, let's get you your final card. It feels like some of you have not had much relationship experiences, right? And That's why you're being called to kind of like step into yourself and have experiences with others before you embark on this. And again, not disrespecting yourself, not you know, giving your body freely without thought. Not like that. Okay, so we have here card number 49, and it says incense, clear the air. So this reduced to 4. Clear the air. So that's all about like speaking your truth, right? Communicating. When you clear the air, it's like whatever you have on your chest, getting it off your chest, right? There is that. But also, with clearing the air, sometimes we need a bit of space to be able to kind of release. There's a need to release here. There's a lot that needs to be released, purged. It's like reconnecting to yourself. And with incense, when we're using it in our home, especially if we're using the type of incense to release negative energy, that's what it is. It's letting go and releasing that from your environment, from yourself, but needing the time and the space to do so. This could even be your person needing the time and space to find themselves, right? To cleanse, to heal. So this scenario here, you can flip it, but it's definitely a nice one, I think, because it's giving yourself, or you're giving your person, a time to connect with who they are, to be. That's their divine right. That's your divine right. But of course, now this is the important thing here, because we did have the 5 of Wands, and that's a card of drama, arguments, and all that, right? Competition. When you are communicating with someone, if you know that they will get triggered and it can escalate to something crazy, don't bother doing it, okay? Choose your words wisely, and it's just based on giving them and yourself space, or having a person there that can be a great support to protect you. I just have to put that out there, because sometimes when people communicate, it can escalate to something that is a place where you don't even want to go, and things get crazy and out of hand. If you're going to communicate and there is things that are going to be triggering, like seriously triggering to the point where you're criticizing a person's character, right? That's when it's choosing your words wisely and speaking with compassion. What tends to work, this is from my experience, is when you put the focus on the self, okay? So it's not, well, you did this and you did that and you did this. It is, well, I need the space because I need such and such, and I'm in the space where I am triggering you or whatever. You put the attention on yourself in order to get the space that you need, or the response that you need. It is not them. It is not attacking them. It's all about you needing your space. Okay? Just have to put that out there for some of y'all. Okay, so I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings and mentorships. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.